Today we're going to start our unit on measurement and calculations, and our first two topics are the scientific method and scientific notation. So, the scientific method is a logical approach to solving problems by observing and collecting data, formulating hypotheses, testing hypotheses, and formulating theories that are supported by data. So, observing and collecting data. The first part we're going to talk about is observing, is the use of the senses to obtain information. And when we observe, data may be qualitative, which is descriptive, and quantitative, which is numerical. So we're dealing with numbers. And how I remember this is, right, number starts with the letter N, and in quantitative, it also has the letter N. Okay. And a system is a specific portion of matter in a given region of space that has been selected for study during an experiment or observation. Right, with the labs that we do this year, we're going to be using the scientific method to figure out different analysis questions and different to figure out if we could accept or reject our hypothesis. So, formulating hypotheses. Scientists make generalizations based on the data. Scientists use generalizations about the data to formulate a hypothesis or a testable statement. We also hear the word educated guess. And hypotheses are often if-then statements. So when we test a hypothesis, testing a hypothesis required experimentation that provides data to support or refute hypotheses or theories. Controls are the experimental conditions that remain constant, and variables are any experimental conditions that change. So theorizing, a model in science is more than a physical object. It is often an explanation of how phenomenon occur and how data or events are related. So different visual, verbal, or mathematical theories, examples, the atomic model of matter. And then a theory is a broad generalization that explains a body of facts or phenomena. And an example is the atomic theory. So here is our scientific method flowchart, right? We observe first, could be qualitative or quantitative. Then we're going to come up with a hypothesis. Then we're going to conduct our experiment. And then we'll come up with a conclusion. We can go either direction here, as we can see, based on what we come up for our conclusion. We can restart our experiment all over, depending on if we think our hypothesis was actually correct or it was null and void. And this concludes our video on the scientific method.